The devastating reality of famine has deepened its grip on Sudan, spreading to 2 more regions in the war-torn nation, according to a leading global authority on hunger crises. This isn't just a statistic, it's a human catastrophe unfolding in real time. The Integrated Food Security Phase Classification, IPC, the gold standard for monitoring hunger, has confirmed that famine now ravages El-Fasher in Darfur and Kadugli in South Kordofan. But here's where it gets even more alarming. 20 other areas in Darfur and Kordofan are teetering on the brink of the same fate, as months of intensified fighting have pushed millions to the edge of survival. El-Fasher, a major city in Darfur, has been under siege by the paramilitary Rapid Support Forces, RSF, for 18 months, cutting off food and supplies to tens of thousands. Last week, RSF fighters seized the city, reportedly unleashing violence that left hundreds dead, though the full scope remains unclear due to poor communication. Meanwhile, Kadugli has also been under RSF siege for months, trapping tens of thousands as the group battles for more territory against the Sudanese military. And this is the part most people miss. The IPC's latest report describes these areas as experiencing a total collapse of livelihoods, starvation, extremely high levels of malnutrition, and death. Famine, as defined by the IPC, occurs when at least 2 people, or 4 children under 5, per 10,000 die from malnutrition-related causes daily. 1 in 5 households face starvation, and at least 30% of children under 5 suffer from acute malnutrition. These aren't just numbers, they're lives being lost and futures shattered. The war in Sudan, raging since April 2023, has created the world's largest humanitarian disaster. Over 40,000 people have been killed, according to the UN, though aid groups suspect the true toll is far higher. More than 14 million have been displaced, and disease outbreaks are rampant. As of September, about 375,000 people in Darfur and Kordofan were in famine conditions, with another 6.3 million across Sudan facing extreme hunger. Here's where it gets controversial. While the IPC has only confirmed famine a handful of times, most recently in Gaza, Somalia, and South Sudan, Sudan's crisis has been particularly overlooked. The IPC previously declared famine in 5 Sudanese locations, all now under RSF control. Sprawling refugee camps near El-Fasher emptied as RSF advanced, with most fleeing into the city or nearby towns. Yet, despite the scale of this crisis, global attention remains limited. Why? Is it because Sudan's conflict lacks the geopolitical spotlight of other regions? Thousands have fled El-Fasher in recent days, pouring into nearby towns like Tawila, Melit, and Tawisha. Aid workers from Doctors Without Borders reported that most arrivals are women, children, and the elderly, suffering from catastrophic levels of malnutrition. On October 27th alone, all 70 children under 5 who arrived were acutely malnourished, with 57% in severe condition. Survivors describe scavenging for animal fodder to survive during the siege. Since Sudan's military regained control of the capital, Khartoum, earlier this year, the RSF has shifted focus to Darfur and Kordofan, aiming to secure supply lines. Save the Children reported in September that food supplies in Kadugli had run out entirely, while another town, Dilling, faces similar conditions, though the IPC couldn't declare famine there due to lack of data. Across Sudan, 21 million people, 45% of the population, faced acute food insecurity as of September. While this marks a 6% drop from earlier this year, it's largely due to reduced conflict in Khartoum and neighboring provinces after the military regained control. But let's be clear, this is no cause for celebration. The IPC insists that only a ceasefire can prevent further loss of life and contain this crisis. Here's the question we must ask ourselves. How much longer will the world stand by as Sudan's people starve and suffer? Is this a crisis we're willing to ignore, or will we demand action? Share your thoughts in the comments. This conversation can't wait.